In here. I was actually out last week with a cold, so I'm feeling better. I'm back in action, and I'm happy to be here with you this morning. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Remember, Deportation Defense Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants who are facing deportation to make the most out of immigration laws, to make the most out of their lives, and to win their cases. Are you facing removal in immigration court? Do you know someone who's facing removal in immigration court? Because if so, you know that it is not easy. It's an uphill battle. The laws are against us. And here at the Deportation Defense Live, we're here to maximize your chances of winning that case. So today our theme is, should I file for cancellation of removal? All right, and so thanks for everyone who's here. If you're here while I'm going through the theme and the topic, please feel free to submit any question that you have. All right, I'll get through what I have prepared, and then I want to open it up. You know, we're live, so I want to open it up for any questions that are out there. That's part of it. All right, so feel free to send me your questions. Also, I want to start with a brief empowerment tip. Right, I love anyway, I love sharing what I've got. Tell me, hopefully it's useful or helpful. So my tip this morning is, if you want to get more, right? You want to get more out of your life. You want to get more out of your relationships. You want to get more out of your immigration case or your relationship working with your immigration lawyer or your immigration team. You want to get more out of your job. You want to get paid more. You know, whatever it is, you want to get more, the best advice is take a look at what you're putting into it. All right? You want to get more, what are you giving? Right? Put more into it. Put more intention into it. Put more thought into it. Put more of yourself into it. Put more energy into it. Put more positivity into it. Put more of a joyful attitude into it. Put more discipline into it. Whatever it is for you, you do that and you'll see your results. Okay? I'm telling you from experience. All right? You put more of yourself into it. You put more thought and all of these things into it. You will be able to grow. Your results will grow. Okay? Food for thought. Food for thought. Wanted to share it. Hopefully that was useful. Thank you for listening. If it was useful, let me know. If it was not useful, hey, let me know that too. All right? So now I want to talk about the basics. We're talking about cancellation of removal. All right? Basically, if you're in deportation proceedings, quote unquote removal proceedings, you know, there's a law, we call it E42B, that can, quote unquote, cancel your deportation and get you a green card when certain requirements are met. There's 4 basic requirements. All right, requirement number 1 is you have to have been physically present in the United States for 10 years. That's requirement number 1. Requirement number 2 is you have to be a person of, quote unquote, good moral character, again, for those 10 years. Requirement number 3 is often the hardest. You have to show that you have a U.S. citizen or a green card holding spouse, parent, or child who would suffer, quote unquote, exceptional and extremely unusual hardship if your case were denied. And requirement number 4 is you have to show you merit a favorable exercise of discretion. It's a discretionary decision from the immigration judge. Okay? So if you're in immigration court, and if you have a qualifying relationship, a U.S. citizen or a green card holding spouse, parent, or child, and if you have 10 years of continuous physical presence and good moral character, and you're already in immigration court, then yeah, you should always submit an application for cancellation of removal. You can get a work permit during the process. If you win, you can win a green card. Okay? But there's this question, and a lot of clients come into our office asking this question, and the question is, what if you're not in immigration court? Should you apply for this? Should I apply for this? Should a person apply for this? All right? My best advice, hear it loud and clear, all right? No unless. No unless. Okay? The best advice is no, do not file for cancellation of removal, because doing so, you would have to first put yourself into deportation proceedings. That's incredibly risky. All right? Even if you have a very strong case, there's always a risk of denial. There's always a risk of getting a deportation order. All right? A bad judge, a bad day in court can make everything go against you, can affect you for the rest of your life. Okay? And sometimes, all right, sometimes I've had clients who have very strong facts. Children with autism or with Down syndrome, spouses with cancer, all right, with like terminal illnesses. And sometimes they say, you know something, forget about it. I am so tired of being undocumented and not being able to really support my family when they need me the most. Heck, let them deport me if they want to. Right? Like if your risk tolerance is high enough, and if you fully understand the strengths and weaknesses and risks in your case, then hey, you can talk to a lawyer, you can really think that through, you can do it. All right? The way to do it, typically, is to put yourself through an asylum process first, and then when they deny the process, the asylum case, they can send you to deportation proceedings where then you can apply for cancellation of removal. All right? If you don't know, now you know. All right? But these are like, these are kind of giant cases and processes, and you want to be very cautious about what you're getting yourself into. Oh, but I really just want a work permit. I don't have that strong of a case. I just want a work permit. Look, it's true. You can apply for a work permit if you apply for cancellation of removal. Great, right? And if you win your case, you'll get a green card. But if you lose, your work authorization ends and you get ordered deported. All right? Like often the risks outweigh the benefits. All right? Unless you have a very strong case, then it lowers the risk and it increases, your chances of success and your likelihood of winning a green card. Okay? That's really all I wanted to talk about today. All right? It is food for thought. Really, it's like if you know someone who is undocumented, who's been in the U.S. forever, who's a person of good moral character, like they're a great individual, they've got 10 years or more in the U.S., and you know that their child or their spouse, or sometimes even their parent, has a very serious terminal type of situation, illness, could be, or some kind of syndrome, some kind of special need, have them talk to an immigration lawyer. That's really my best advice. Talk to an immigration lawyer. Don't just apply for something. Goodness, no. Talk to a lawyer who's good, who's trustworthy, who understands the risks and will explain them clearly so that a person can really know what they're getting themselves into. Okay? That's it. That's all I got. Okay? So thank you all so much for being here. Hope this is useful. Let's see. Let me answer some questions if I have them. I see one from, let's see, Yoli Flowers. Yoli Flowers, hello. I like your name. All right? You say, hello. My sister entered with a parole. She told me she wants to apply for asylum, but I'm a U.S. citizen, and I wonder if it will be better for me to apply for her and if she can get a work permit. Okay. Yoli Flowers, thank you for asking that. Here's the problem. all right? I don't know which country your sister is from. Depending on the country, regardless, look, a U.S. citizen's sister filing for another sister, that type of case, it'll take 12 years minimum. Okay? There's a wait list for sibling petitions. Look it up. You could look up the Visa Bulletin. You could look up the current Visa Bulletin for April of 2023 and look at category F4, which is the category for petitioners who are filing for siblings, U.S. citizens filing for siblings, sisters and brothers. And those petitions take minimum of 12. Often, if it's from Mexico, it could take up to 20 years. All right? That's the big problem. So, and the other problem is, well, how strong is her asylum claim? And so my best advice there is have her talk to a lawyer to see whether or not it's recommendable to file for asylum. You know, everything I just talked about cancellation of removal, those same exact risks exist in the asylum context too, of course. Because if you file for asylum and if you lose, you get ordered deported too. All right? And so it's like, yeah, you gotta, so my best advice, Yoli Flowers, in other words, is to have your sister talk to an immigration lawyer first to really assess these things and what is the best solution for her. And if the best solution for you is to have her contact my office, hey, we're here, we'd love to do that. My consultations team is awesome, all right? And we're here to help, and we'd love to help you and everyone who has any question at all about their immigration status. Okay, I see a question here. Mr. Tusk, hello. Good day to you as well. All right, thank you for being here. Momtanant here on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Hello. So your question is, good afternoon. Do debts in my country of origin affect my residency process in the United States? Answer, no, they don't. All right? No, they do not. All right? Now, there is a part of the application process where they ask about quote-unquote public charge, risk of public charge. But there, they really don't analyze debts from a foreign country. They do analyze, your ability to earn income in the future and things of that nature. Okay? There's some other factors, health, age, certain other factors that they take into account. But really what they're looking at is, do you have a sponsor who's willing to sign on the dotted line saying that they're willing to vouch for you financially? All right, that's really what they're looking at. And so Mom Tenant, hey, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking that question. Angel Karin MG, hello. Sergey Kushnir, hello. Thanks to everybody here on Instagram. If you're just joining right now on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. This is the end of our show, so thank you so much for being here. If this was useful, hey, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Please give us a thumbs up. And if you click the notifications bell, you can receive additional legal updates, news, things like that. And if you have an immigration case or if you know somebody that could use immigration advice, hey, we're here to help. We'd love to help. Okay? We will start in 6 minutes in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, si habla español, que venga en unos 6 minutos y vamos a repetir el episodio. So if you speak Spanish, join us in 6 minutes, and I'd love to have you there as well. Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you again either on Thursday for the Empowered Immigrant Live, where we talk about green cards, visas, U visas, things of that nature, or if you are focusing on deportation defense, our Tuesday show right here, right now, same time, same week, same time next week, we talk about deportation defense live. So thanks a lot, everybody. All right, I really appreciate your being here today. I'm Otis Landerholm, and we'll see you next time on our next episode of Deportation Defense Live. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.